the game.
That it is. And, of course, when you look at some of the weapons that Mingus has, especially in their backfield, Kobe DeLahaye, he's one guy we're going to be talking about. 310 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. Rains Stokes, normally their quarterback, however, he's going to be sitting out during the first quarter of this game. But, again, Stokes, 790 passing yards and 6 touchdowns, also 3 touchdowns on the ground as well. You also have Shane Chupp. 133 rushing yards and a touchdown, 236 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns.
We're just going to have to see how the Badgers start off tonight. It'll be interesting, John, that if the Badgers do win the coin toss, whether or not they will defer in receiving the ball to start the second half or not. So right now, looks like the officials are getting ready to march out to midfield with the captains of each team, and we'll know in a few moments who's going to kick to who to start the ball game.
And if you want to know what our weather is going to be like tonight for this game, well, we're going to be playing it under clear skies here in Cottonwood, but it will be chilly. In fact, right now, our temperature is 49 degrees. And
to get ready for next week's playoffs.
And one of the big things is, Kelly, and we've seen this the last 2-3 weeks, is that Prescott has really had issues staying away from penalties. There have just been flag after flag after flag being thrown in Prescott's games. And I know Coach Collette has said, we're trying to clean it up. Unfortunately, it hasn't really worked out so well for the Badgers. Well, penalty-wise, but despite all those penalties, they're still winning ball games, but you can't hang your hat on that for very long.
You're right, and that's one of the things that you try to emphasize when you're trying to convince your ball club to execute the fundamentals. Part of that is avoiding penalties as well. So right now the captains of both teams are at center field. The head referee is talking to them now. I'm sure they're right in the midst of flipping a coin here to see who's going to
game interview with Badger tackle Dante DeCourt. He'll give us his thoughts on today's game. So let's take a 30-second break here, and then we'll be back with that interview with Dante DeCourt right after this.
Hello friends, this is Travis Stead. When it comes to protecting your gutters from those pesky pine needles that never seem to land anywhere but inside your gutters making a mess, make the wise choice, Arizona Seamless Gutters. We have the fix that will last a lifetime. Needle Guard. Never let a loved one get on a ladder and clean your gutters again. Let our family take care of that. Arizona Seamless Gutters, locally owned and operated since 1981. Call us today, 928-778-1818 for a free estimate. Arizona Seamless Gutters. When it pours, we rain.
I'm here tonight with right tackle Dante DeCourt. Dante, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great.
Well, Dante, here it is, the regular season finale. You're in Cottonwood. You got Mingus. What's it going to take to beat the Marauders and end the regular season 9-1?
I think we just got to play our game, play how we've been practicing, and we'll be good.
So what do you and we are back here at Mingus Union High School. John Rust and Kelly Court is with you as we get set for tonight's game. Prescott and Mingus. Again, Prescott coming in here with an 8-1 record. For Mingus, they are 1-8. Polar opposites for sure. And Kelly, I think one of the most important things for Prescott here, in a couple games this year they haven't done it, but Prescott, I don't think they can afford to have a slow start here. They just need to come right out and just basically punch Mingus in the mouth and just get things going here.
So you're saying the Badgers need to have an early knockout blow?
Basically, yes. And we'll see if they can do that here. Mingus now heading out to the court. By the way, if you're watching our live stream, folks, apologies. We are having some technical issues here. For whatever reason, we're not getting a very good signal here. Game number 42, Caleb Fox. Noah Seta from the gun for the Marauders. He hands off to Remington Stokes, and Stokes going up to his left side, and he runs into a wall of white jerseys. And it looks like a short gain there by Stokes.
Adam Lloyd was on the tackle. It was an off-tackle play. Going off left tackle, gain of 1. Going to be 2nd down and 9 for the Marauders at their own 21.
Coming out to the near side for the Marauders, number 5, Kobe DeLahaye. Low snap, fumble on the play. And I think Mingus was able to fall on the ball.
The quarterback, number 9, Noah Seta for the Marauders, fell on the ball. Going to be a loss of about 1, 4th and 5 from the Marauder 25, and the punting unit for the Marauders has come out on the field.
And back to return the punt, Uriah Tennett, standing at the Badger 45-yard line. And there's the punt by number 22 of Mingus, Shane Chupp. Tennett has it. Now Tennett going to his right. Tennett avoiding a couple tackles, going along the sidelines, run out of bounds into the Mingus sidelines, and Tennett gets out to the Marauder 40-yard line. So really good field positioning for the Badgers here. And pursued by number 51, that's Braxton Longfellow. But about a 5-yard pickup there by Tennett.
We're going to call it 6. Ball was on the 44, and the ball sitting right at the 50-yard line midfield. Going to bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Badgers.
10-13 left to go here in the first quarter. No score. Trips out to the far side for the Badgers, who are moving right to left across your radio dial or your screen if you're following us that way. Tennett goes right up the middle, has a big gap. Now Tennett takes off, making a cut at the 35-yard line, avoiding another tackle at the 30, and Tennett gets up to the 25-yard line before he's run out.
Badgers have it 2nd and 10 at the Marauder 25.
Again, Tennett all by himself in the backfield. He's going to roll out to his right side. Now throws it, and right into the hands of his intended receiver. That looked like, I believe it's Johan Gunderman, and just popped off his fingers. And another incomplete pass for the Badgers.
John, you are correct. That was Johan Gunderman. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 10 at the Marauder 25-yard line.
Adam Lloyd standing next to Tennett. And now Josiah Peoples going over to the far side. Tennett fakes the give to Lloyd. Out to
at the 9-yard line.
All receivers deployed for the Badgers. Tennett rolling to his left. And now Tennett going to run it himself at the 5. Tennett makes the cut. Tennett toward the end zone. He dives. Does he get in there? It's a touchdown. Uriah Tennett with a nice dive in there to break the plane and get the 6 points for the Badgers.
Rolled out to his left looking for receivers, and then just decided to tuck the ball under his arm and run the ball in from the 4-yard line. Puts the Badgers on the board 6-0, PAT pending.
Johan Gunderman getting ready to kick the extra point for Uriah Tennett.
In one of the 6 sports programs at Mile High Middle School, or finding your place in one of the 19 different programs at Prescott High School, we want to see you be part of our tradition of excellence. Once a Badger, always a Badger.
And we are back here at Mingus High School. John Rust, Kelly Cordes with you folks. Again, for whatever reason, we are unable to get a really good video signal out of Mingus tonight. So you can still follow us on the radio side at 1490 AM, 103.5 FM, and online at kyca.info. Again, apologies for that, but again, for whatever reason, here at Mingus High School, our signal for the video live stream isn't what it should be. As that kick by Gunderman goes out of bounds. 7-0 receiver. That's number 22, Shane Chupp.
Number 9, the quarterback for the Marauders, Noah Seta, threw a pass out across the towards the sideline of the Marauders. Incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd down and 12 at the Marauder 18.
There's a snap. Seta going to run it himself. And a fumble on the play. And the
5 yards, caught the pass, went on down the field, and it is a 1st down Badgers. The ball sitting at the Mingus 16.
Trips on the far side. Tenet rolling, throwing. There's the catch. And it's Johan Gunderman. Avoids one tackle. Tries to get in the end zone. He does! Oh, but we got a flag on the play. That came after Gunderman got into the end zone. I believe the touchdown should still stand, Kelly.
The head linesman threw the flag on about the 3-yard line, about 2nd and 5. The reason that last on the penalty was marched off from where the spot of the foul, the holding penalty, occurred.
Two receivers out to the near side for the Badgers. Gunderman in motion. Tenet all by himself in the gun. Tenet going to go to the right side, makes the throw. There's the catch, and knocked back is Eli Allen. Actually, I think that was an incomplete pass there, Kelly.
I think it was. I thought he caught it at first,
Same
but obviously it's ruled in Badgers.
Now Tenet gives the ball to, was that number 61 I saw?
Well, let's see.
I wonder, I could have sworn.
Yeah, it is tackle eligible play is what they ran. Tackle eligible play, and we do not have a 61 on the roster.
No, we don't. So apologies for that, folks. So anyway, another touchdown for the Badgers to make it 13-0. Tenet, the 2-point conversion play. Oh, tries to get it to Gunderman. And Gunderman drops it in the end zone. But another touchdown by number 61. And again, folks, apologies. We do not have a 61 on our roster. Don't know who that is. So with rushing touchdown there to put the Badgers up 13-0.
Well, the Badgers certainly have started off with a bang here, John, as we talked about that, how important that would be in this ball game. And all of a sudden, it's 13-0.
And now the Marauders got some catching up to do. And it has been a struggle for Mingus this season, going 1-8. Trying to play a little spoiler here for the Badgers and maybe knock them down a spot or two in the power points. There goes the run. Breaking free is the running back. And he gets halted. That's Remington Stokes, the ball carrier.
Adam Lloyd was the first Badger to meet him. It's going to be a pickup of about 4. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Marauders at their own 24.
Adam Lloyd, who last week had 8 tackles.
Way back at the Marauder, well, let's see where they mark the ball here. The ball all the way back to the Marauder 29.
A huge sack by Brody Hanna. 2.5 sacks on his stat sheet for this season. Trips over to the near side. Here comes the run, and that's Chupp again, and Chupp, well, he's able to put on a burst of speed and get up to about the 37-yard line before he is finally stopped. Cooper Kassoon, one of the guys in on the tackle there, along with Josiah Peoples.
Going to bring up 3rd down and 10. The ball sitting at the Marauder 38.
Avoids one tackle, gets up to the 40-yard line, now to the 50. Tenet along the sidelines and run out of bounds into his own sidelines. And Tenet taken out of bounds, right around the 43-yard line, it looks like, in Badger territory.
Punt went down to about the 35-yard line of the Badgers. And Uriah Tennant, he looked like a shortstop fielding a ground ball in baseball, picked up that ball and ran it for about 20 yards. The ball sitting at the Marauder 44, 1st and 10 Badgers. Great field position again for Prescott.
I wonder what kind of baseball player Uriah Tenet would make. Probably a good one.
A very good one.
Yeah. A low snap, hits the ground. Tenet still with the ball. Tenet side for the Badgers. Throw by Tenet. Oh, and it goes right through the hands of number 12 for Prescott, Kenny Miller-Terry.
Kenny Miller-Terry going down about 5 yards on the left-hand side and breaking towards the sideline. And Uriah Tennett tried to hit him as he was breaking to the sideline. The ball fell incomplete. Second and 10.
$1:54 left to go in the first quarter with the Badgers up 13-0. Looking to tack on some more points. Miller Terry in motion. Tennett makes the cut. And I'll tell you, Kelly, a lot more passing than running for the Badgers here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Uriah is trying to work out his arm, apparently.
Tennett, there's the throw, and there's the catch by Luke Mason. Mason hung up by a couple of Marauders, pushes forward, and he does get the first down.
Again, broke down about 10 yards, broke to the sideline. Uriah Tennett hit him for about a 10-yard gain. It's first down for the Badgers. The ball sitting at the 17-yard line of Mingus.
45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 13-0 Badgers left. Now making the turn, now making the throw. There's the catch by Kenny Miller-Terry, and KMT into the end zone for the touchdown. Oh boy, Kelly, KMT wide open there to make the catch.
Oh, I don't think there was a Mingus Marauder within 10 yards of him. He was wide open as Uriah Tennett rolled out to his left. And so we're talking about a 17-yard pass play for the Badgers' third touchdown of the game. And rather than going for two, they are going to kick this extra point.
And the kick by Gunderman is blocked. So Mingus able to deflect the kick there. However, 6 more points for the Badgers as Uriah Tennett hooks up with Kenny Miller-Terry. And with 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter, our score, Badgers 19, Marauders nothing. We'll take a 30. That's it for the first quarter. So another break here on our broadcast, end of the first quarter, and it's Prescott 19 and Mingus nothing. So let's take a break here, and we'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, I'm Missy Townsend, Prescott High School Athletic Director. Prescott Unified School District is the place for you. We offer year-round opportunities for student athletes with our full lineup of fall, winter, and spring sports. Our certified and experienced coaches work with our student athletes to compete at the region and state levels. Whether it's in our intramural sports at Granite Mountain, taking part in one of the 6 sports programs at Mile High Middle School, or finding your place in one of the 19 different programs at Prescott High School, we want to see you be part of our tradition of excellence. Once a Badger, always a Badger.
The handoff looks like that's to Chubb, and Chubb goes forward a couple of yards before he's finally stopped by Prescott. Might have gained a yard or two there. Actually, I think he might have got stopped at the original line of scrimmage.
He did. It's second and 10 at the Marauder 12.
Stokes trying to get the throw off, and Stokes just gets hammered into the ground by the Prescott defense, trying to see who got. I think that might have been Cooper Kassoon who got the sack on him, Kelly.
I think it was number 32 was the guy that made the initial hit. Going to be a loss of about 5 yards. The ball sitting at the Marauder, actually their own 5-yard line, going to bring up third down. So number 32 for the Badgers is
Brody
there to stop the running back.
So the Marauders forced a punt. Look at Uriah Tennett standing at the Marauder 36-yard line. There's the punt by Stokes. He kicks it far away from Uriah Tennett. And that's going to roll up to around the 50-yard line and into Badger territory at the 48-yard line. So not a bad punt there by Stokes.
Stokes punted the ball away from Uriah Tennett, and he did a great job. The ball bounded, hit about at the 40-yard line, and then rolled.
Far sidelines, runs over one Marauder, then finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Huge gain there on the pass play by Kassoon.
About a 26-yard pass play to Cooper Kassoon. Just went down about 5 yards, broke towards the Mingus sideline, caught the ball from Tennett, and went down the sideline. First and 10 Badgers at the Marauder 19.
5 catches for 59 yards tonight for Cooper Kassoon. 8:30 left to go in the second quarter. Badgers up 19-0. Eli Allen to the far side. Out to net, going to run through the middle, has a big gap. Tanet takes off, and Tanet is going.
Bag, box, bundle, and tire items. Place them neatly at the curb by 6 a.m. of your designated Monday. To find out your week for this special event, go to PrescottRecycles.com. Bulk item collection is exclusive to residential trash customers. Commercial businesses and communities on dumpsters are not eligible.
And welcome back to Mingus High School. John Rust along with Kelly Cordes, as it is 26-0 in favor of Prescott. 8:20 left to go in the second quarter. Badgers kicking the ball away. Gunderman puts his foot into it, and that one is going to be caught in the end zone.
On the Marauder 22.
Coming out of the game for Prescott, number 30, Brashawn Lott. And Kenny Miller-Terry coming in to replace him. Might be an equipment issue for Lott. 2 receivers out to the near side for the Marauders. And now Stokes going to run himself. Uh-oh. Flag on the play as Stokes gets a big gain, gets out to the 30-yard line. But Kelly, from the way that flag was thrown, I got a feeling this one is coming back. This might be holding against the Marauders.
Yeah, let's see what the official indication is here.
Sometimes it is hard for us to...
Ready for play. They blew their whistles.
Now Stokes going to run it himself, has a little gap. Oh, boy, that gap got shut down in a hurry by none other than Brody Hanna.
Pickup of 3. It's going to be second down and 7 at the Marauder 34.
Clock ticking down, 7:10 left to go in the second quarter. Marauders going to deploy 3 receivers out to the near side. Stokes drop. Illegal shift called on Mingus, but I think the Badgers going to decline that penalty.
The Badgers just declined it. Illegal shift on Mingus. So it's going to bring up actually...
And this will be 4th down now. It's going to be 4th and about 13 for the Marauders. And are they going to go for it?
No, they're going to punt.
Okay. Thank you that tonight's game is sponsored by Prescott True Value, locally owned and operated since 1982. There's so much more than a hardware store. Also, Badger football is sponsored in part by Olson's for Healthy Animals in Prescott, Chino, Dewey, the Verde Valley, and Flagstaff, where good enough just isn't. 6:19 left to go here in the first half. Stay with us for our halftime show. Josh Police will be our senior spotlight and also our special halftime interview. We're going to be talking with Travis Stedman, head coach of the Prescott boys basketball team, as he gets us ready for basketball season. Man, I can't believe that. Badgers are large and in charge right now, 33-0 over Mingus. We'll take a 30-second break here in our broadcast. We'll be back with more from Cottonwood right after this.
Savings are in full view with great discounts on our American-made blinds and shutters here at Blind Brothers, Arizona. Hi, this is Jeremy, and if your window treatments are in need of an upgrade, then now is the time to shop with us during our 45th anniversary sale. Save on Hunter Douglas and Lafayette product lines with a variety of blinds, shutters, and custom fabrics. Whether you've been with us since the beginning or just...
Stokes trying to rebound from a particularly harsh game last week against Lee Williams, where he got intercepted by the Volunteers 4 times. If you're a quarterback, that's going to give you nightmares for a week, probably even longer. And now we get whistles blowing as the snap goes off. Kelly, did you see any flags come out?
Let's see.
Yep.
Offside Prescott.
I didn't see any flags, but apparently there was one. And now Prescott going to back up 5 yards. It is, and it looks like he didn't get too far. Badgers all over him.
Number 60, Miguel Canales is the tackler for the Badgers there. pickup of really no gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Ball again sitting at the Marauder 23.
Give it up to the Prescott defense. They have not allowed a whole lot of big gains for the Marauders tonight. Stokes dropping back, and I think Stokes got hung up on one of his own guys, and that let a couple Badgers get in there and get the sack, and it looks like, again, number 60, Miguel Canales.
Looks like it's only a 5-yard penalty, so it's probably going to bring up, well, it's still 4th and 10. I don't know what that penalty was, John.
Now there goes the punt, and
that flew over Uriah's head. That was a good punt.
And that's going to roll to a stop right around the 25-yard line. By the way, Kelly, we do have a correction to make, and this wasn't put on our roster beforehand.
Long there. Picked up about 5 yards on the play. The Badgers have it at their own 31. And we're going to call it 2nd and 5.
Tannett rolling, avoids one sack. Now being pursued. There's the throw. There's the catch by Gunderman. Gunderman makes a cut at the 50-yard line, then gets swarmed by a bunch of red jerseys. And on the tackle, number 23, Xavier Thompson. And a good job by Uriah Tannett to avoid the sack, hit Gunderman, and get a first down for the... There's the throw, and there's the catch made by, looks like Josiah Peoples, who breaks a couple of tackles and finally smashed in the mouth at the 20-yard line. Good run in there by Joe Flya to pick up another big Badger first down.
Josiah just went down about 10 yards, broke across the middle, and caught the pass about 15, 20 yards downfield, and then ran all the way down to the Marauder 20. 1st and 10 Badgers.
$1:40 left to go in the first half. Tannett's 3rd touchdown pass tonight. I think that might be Adam Lloyd's first touchdown reception of the season. He usually gets his touchdowns with his feet, not with his hands, but it worked out there. As Gunderman going to kick the extra point. Oh, for crying out loud, we get another flag.
I was wondering when you were going to get aggravated at the flags tonight, John.
I wonder if our listening audience bets on when I get aggravated at too many flags. And
Single and $800 married. Call 928-775-5255 today to donate to the Yavapai County Food Bank. Help us feed the hungry, support your community, and make a difference. That's 928-775-5255. Yavapai County Food Bank. Together, we can change lives.
And we are back here at Mingus High School, where it is 40-0 in favor of the Badgers. Gunderman with the kick. And here comes the return by the Marauders. Actually, they're going to say that Remington Stokes caught the ball and his knee touched the ground, so well, no return there. But, Kelly, I think this is the kind of game Prescott needed. Probably a lot of people want.
Both their best runs have been by Chupp, the running back.
Another run there by Chupp, and, well, this time the Badgers were waiting for him as they just absolutely drill him into the ground.
Actually for a loss.
Clock now holding at, well, now here comes the clock. That gets rolling, and it's 7 seconds left. And
I think that's going to be the half, isn't it, John?
Yes, it is. And the clock will hit 0, and that does it for the first half of play. Our score here in Cottonwood, it's Prescott 40. And
Good. How about you?
I'm doing okay. And Josh, well, let's go back to last week's game. Quite the battle you guys had against Coconino, but you pulled it out and got the win. Just your thoughts on that victory.
Yeah, it was a good, hard-fought win. That was a good win for us, for our record. That goes really good. Our O-line played really good. Our run game has been really strong, and, hopefully our offense can just keep going,
All right, and tonight, regular season finale, you're in Cottonwood to take on Mingus. So just give us your thoughts on what that game's going to be like tonight.
Yeah, hoping we can just go and close out our season, finish with a win, and go on to week 1 of playoffs.
Well, Josh, let's get to know you a little bit better here. First off, what got you interested in playing football?
You know, my brother played here at the high school, so I just saw him playing in college and do cybersecurity.
Okay, well, Josh, I want to thank you very much for joining us here tonight on Senior Spotlight.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
I'm Bud with Prescott Public Library. K through 8 kids can get free one-to-one homework help at Prescott Public Library. Sign up for a 30-minute appointment with a high school student volunteer. Homework help is available every second and fourth Thursday from 4 to 5:30. This free service is presented with North Star Youth Partnership and its Peer Assistance and Leadership Program. Call 928-777-1537 for more information, and we'll see you at Prescott Public Library.
Welcome to our halftime interview, where we focus on one of the many other teams at Prescott High School. And today, we're going to be featuring...
Our motto is always earn everything, so it doesn't really matter what we did last year. We're trying to build upon and get better every day, and, you know, that's been our motto since day one.
And, of course, among those returners, well, you got to start with Uriah Tennett, who we, of course, have been following through the football season. He's been having an amazing season on the gridiron, and we expect another amazing season from him on the hardwood as well.
You know, he truly is amazing. He's one of a kind athlete. It's kind of nice being able to watch him as a fan, you know, run around on the football field. Like when you're the coach and you're coaching him, it's a different feel. You don't get to sit back and watch things as a fan, and a lot of stuff gets taken for granted because you're trying to win the game. And I'm excited to see what he can do and how he can build upon his.
Are Josiah Peoples, who we're also seeing on the football field this season, and Cooper Magnet. Both of them were actually hobbled by injuries and health issues last season, and if those guys stay healthy for an entire season, well, everyone needs to watch out for the Badgers.
No kidding. You know, both of those guys were kind of hampered. It was kind of a roller coaster ride for both of them in one way, shape, or form. But to be honest, despite all of the adversity both of those guys had, they both had incredible years last year. In fact, I will stand on the fact that Cooper Magna got hosed and as far as making second-team All-Region last year. And I know he's playing with a chip on his shoulder, and he's had a tremendous summer this year, too. Really dedicated himself in the weight room and dedicated himself on the court as the season goes along. This Jack Gallagher is a junior that's coming in, and he can really shoot the ball, and he's got a good physical build that's going to be able to help us on the boards and, you know, help us defensively. But honestly, our biggest key is going to have to be we've got to stay connected and work together as a group, and honestly, that's going to be our key to success for this year.
Okay. Well, Coach Travis Stedman, I want to thank you very much for joining us here on the halftime show. Best of luck to you and the Prescott boys basketball team, and we'll certainly be following you on KYCA and our brand new sports radio station, 1450 AM, The Team. And again, Coach, best of luck in the 2024-2025 season starting December 3rd versus St. Mary's at home.
Hey, thanks, Sean. And I'm really looking forward to the team, too. That sounds great. You know, if you guys are out there, make sure you guys tune in because I have a feeling you're going to hear a couple of our games on there, too. So,
okay. Travis, thank you very much. Tonight, and that's where we get our 40-0 score. And also want to send out our thank yous to Josh Police for being our senior spotlight here tonight, and also a big thank you to Travis Stedman for being our interview. And of course, if you tune into our brand new sports station, 1450 AM, The Team, well, you're going to be hearing quite a few Prescott boys basketball games on there this coming season. And Kelly, I'll tell you what, if you like football, The team is where you want to be this weekend. Coming up tomorrow, we've got 2 big college games for you. Starting at 1 o'clock, we've got Georgia at Ole Miss. And then at 5:30 p.m., Alabama at LSU. Again, we've got the Giants versus Carolina. Then at 11 a.m., it's Pittsburgh versus Washington. And we end the NFL day on Sunday with Sunday Night Football, Denver at Houston. And then we've also got Monday Night Football for you as Miami will take on the LA Rams at 5:30 p.m. So, Kelly, if you're any kind of football fan, well, the team is where you want to be this weekend. And also flip over to KYCA for ASU football as well.
Wow, KYCA is becoming the great radio sports station of Northern Arizona.
Darn right we are. And, of course, for KYCA, you get to tune into all the local sports. And, of course, coming up as we go along with the team, we will also
going to have, and that's the 1988 Badger football team coached by Bill Gaughan that went 10-0. And won a couple games in the playoffs, and so this is pretty historic.
Absolutely, and of course, Bill Gaughan elected to the Hall of Fame, the Prescott Hall of Fame this year. And by the way, before we get going with the second half of action here, let's give you our Tri-City scoreboard and quite a few big games going on, or big stuff going on in Tri-City sports. First off, on the gridiron at halftime, Bradshaw Mountain up 27-14 over Lee Williams. And, of course, Bradshaw Mountain, they are in the mix for a week. So quite a few big happenings going on in the local sports world.
By the way, I believe Coconino is ranked 14th in power points. And they had a big rivalry game tonight at home against Flagstaff. Flagstaff at Coconino tonight.
And Flagstaff, well, they are definitely outside looking in on the playoff picture. Flag, number 23 in the PowerPoint rankings. Lee Williams, number 38. That's who Bradshaw's playing tonight. And, boy, what about Mingus? Number 47 in PowerPoints. And, Kelly, when you have a season like that, what do you got to do as a coach just to keep motivating your guys to go out there week after week and just try to give it their best?
Hey, you just tell your players Johan was able to have forward progress out to the Badger 27, and that's where the Badgers will have it 1st and 10 to start the second half.
And if the Badgers score on this drive, Kelly, it looks like we're going to be into running clock for the rest of the game.
Yes.
3 receivers out to the near side for the Badgers, who are moving left to right across your radio dial or your screen, depending on how you're following us. Brazino in motion. The flip is to Cool Breeze, and he makes the cut down to the far side, and Brazino getting up to near the 30-yard line. First carry tonight for Cool Breeze.
And it looks like they're going to mark him out point. That was a 54-yard pass play.
Yikes. And I'll tell you what, Josiah, when he caught that, he had probably about a good 5 or 6 yard separation from those 2 Marauders. Prescott loads up the far side with receivers. Gunderman all by himself at the near side. Flip is to Isaac Brazino. Stiff arms 1 tackle. Stiff arms another tackle. Now takes off at the 30-yard line. Now at the 20 and finally brought down by the Marauders. That's number 23, Xavier Thompson.
Yeah, Isaac Brazino broke from the left-hand side of the yard line.
8:50 to go in the third quarter with the Badgers up 40-0 over Mingus. Tennette rolls to his right. Now hurls the ball downfield and overthrows Johan Gunderman in the end zone.
Going to bring up third down. Third down and 11.
Johan Gunderman, who had a heck of a game last year against Mingus, 214 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. Just 1 catch will definitely be enough for a first down.
Just a handoff to Cooper Kassoon going off left tackle, And Cooper Cassoon takes it all the way down to about the 3-yard line where it's 1st and goal Badgers.
6:50 remaining in the third quarter. Prescott up 40-0 with a good chance to tack on some more points. Tannett in the gun. Directing traffic. Brings Cooper Cassoon over to the far side. Running. Oh, gets a great block. Oh, we got a flag on the play as Tannett throws the ball. And it looks like we had number 70 for Prescott, Elijah Carr, drill one of the guys pursuing Tannett. And that's when a flag came flying in there. But give it up for Tannett, doing all he could to avoid the sack.
I think it's going to be a block in the back against the Badgers. Yeah, that's what it is. So, it's a person.
If not for the speed of Tannett, he probably would have been sacked about 3 or 4 times already.
The Marauders have been implementing some blitzes and something that they really didn't do in the first half. By the way, we've got running time right now in this ball game. They must have decided at the half to go ahead and, even though it was just 40-0, to go ahead and run the clock.
So Tannett looks to the sidelines for instructions. Give it up to him as they're still putting together a good effort against Prescott, and it looks like that foul going to be against Mingus. And
the motion penalty against the Marauders. So it's going to be 1st and 15, the ball at the 15-yard line.
Rain Stokes throws to the near side where it is caught. And that is Remington Stokes. Catches it, knocked out of bounds. That's going to be a first down for the Marauders.
I think that's...
There's the catch down the middle. Badgers with the tackle, but I think that should be good enough for a Marauder first down. And it is number 11 for the Marauders, Wyatt Montsabayez Islas.
And it's a 10-yard gain, enough for a first down. So 1st and 10, Mingus at their own 40.
Mingus doing a good job. This is the best we've seen Mingus move the ball tonight, Kelly.
It is, by far. Minute 15 left in the quarter.
Stokes going to hand off. Oh, boy, as soon as he hands it off to the running back, the Badgers bust through the line and then bust up the running back. That was number 22, Shane Chupp. We'll take a break here, a 30-second break, and we'll be back with quarter number 4 right after this.
Missy Townsend, Prescott High School Athletic Director. Prescott Unified School District is the place for you. We offer year-round opportunities for student athletes with our full lineup of fall, winter, and spring sports. Our certified and experienced coaches work with our student athletes to compete at the region and state levels. Whether it's in our intramural sports at Granite Mountain, taking part in one of the 6 sports programs at Mile High Middle School, or finding your place in one of the 19 different programs at Prescott High School, we want to see you be part of our tradition of excellence. Once a Badger, always a Badger.
Fourth quarter here from Cottonwood. John Rust, Kelly Cortez with you for the regular season finale of Prescott football. The Badgers trying to go 9-1. Checking out our live stream video. Unfortunately, we're just not getting a really good signal here in Cottonwood. We apologize for that as Stokes punched that ball away. And it will be picked up by number 8 of Prescott, Nicholas Phillips. And Phillips gets piled on at about the 29-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Badgers at their own 29-yard line. One of the worst field positions that the Badgers have had for the night.
Yeah. Well, hey, folks, KYCA's Badger football broadcast is sponsored in part by the city of Prescott, offering beautiful hiking trails and parks in everyone's hometown. And tonight's game is brought to you by the Yavapai Food Bank, making a difference in Yavapai County since 1992. It looks bright at the quarterback position once Uriah Tannett graduates. And we got another new face in there, number 7, Braylon Johnson.
Another sophomore.
Yeah. And a very, very good rodeo performer, too.
And he did pick up about 3 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. Ball sitting at the Badger 31.
So Cody Collette giving a lot of his second stringers some time here, giving the veterans some rest as they get ready for the playoffs next week. And again, pressure brought on Eugene Lowe, who just has to get rid of the ball to avoid the sack. And again, Kelly, like you said,
Marauder 32. Yep, that's what they did.
By the way, folks, tune into the Tri-City Sports Roundup tomorrow morning at 8:06 right here on the News 1490 AM, 103.5 FM, online at kyca.info, and live streamed on the KYCA Facebook page. We will have members of the Yavapai College men's soccer team join us live in the studio. And if you miss an episode of Tri-City Sports Roundup, you can catch it on our archives on kyca.info. That, along with all our other talk shows, Dr. Hancock, Drive Time AZ, Lisa Live, KYCA Talks, KYCA PM, Eye on Prescott, all there in the archives, along with our morning reports, too. Stokes with the throw to number 11, Islas. And he
running back tried to pitch the ball back to the quarterback, and it was a bad pitch. And it's the 3rd turnover of the night against Mingus. And so the Badgers will have it 1st and 10 at their own 34.
Kelly, I think you can say we just saw what basically is a microcosm of Mingus's season.
Yeah, that's right.
Talk about a hard luck team.
I know they've had trouble with turnovers all year long.
Eugene Lowe in at quarterback. Throws, and there's a leaping catch made by number 20, Luke Mason. Luke Mason, who was our senior spotlight last week.
Pickup of 6.
A story about how World's Oldest Rodeo got an award for doing a great job of keeping rodeo performers safe during the World's Oldest Rodeo.
You know, I think the referees said that Braylon Johnson was down back at the 43. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and about 2.
So now the Badgers looking over to the sidelines. Eugene Lowe getting some instructions, and now he's heading out. And the clock has resumed. We're down to 5:25 left to go in the 4th quarter. Lowe.
Pickup of 7 yards. Going to be 1st and 10 Badgers at their own 49.
And, well, the official blew his whistle and I think was kind of waving toward the Prescott sideline for whatever reason. I wonder if he was giving some instructions to the chain gang. I'm not sure.
Not sure either.
Braylon Johnson standing behind Lowe. And he gives a little short throw. Oh, man, and Johnson making that catch right around his shoelaces. But I don't think he got a gain out of that one.
Good defensive penetration by the front of the defense.
Football with Lowe and Johnson. And Lowe going to run the ball himself. He gets tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like that was number 9 for Mingus, Noah Seta, who actually started the game at quarterback.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to, and so he ran the ball over towards the Badger sideline and was tackled out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So it's 4th down and 7. The Badgers are going to punt the ball away.
Johan Gunderman back to put his foot into it with 1:50 to go in regulation. Gunderman with the punt. That bounces, and it does hit the return man, number 23, Thompson. And Thompson laid out at the 20-yard line, as before then it looked like
8.
I think right now for the Marauders, they are just hoping to get that 0 off the scoreboard. Certainly don't want to end the season on a shutout. Stokes to his right. Short throw. It's caught and then dropped by the intended receiver, number 11, Monsabayas Islas. And Islas kind of got drilled there as he tried to catch the ball.
Incomplete pass. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 at the Mingus 28.
Yeah, it looks like this game is going to get over with before we even hit 9 o'clock. It's 8. How about the Prescott flag football team? They finished their very first season in existence, undefeated at 12-0, and number 1 in the PowerPoint rankings for the 4A conference.
And the Badgers will be playing a home game Wednesday against somebody. We just don't know who it is yet.
Like I said, hopefully we'll find out during Tri-City Sports Roundup. Hopefully they'll make those announcements during our show. Selection show by the AIA will be running from 8 to 10 a.m. tomorrow. Remington Stokes in motion. Rain Stokes drops back. Throws that ball down to the far side.
Yeah, Stokes ran around the left end there and did pick up 4 yards. The Marauders just called their second timeout, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, I think Coach Aaron Midkiff, he is bound and determined to get his guys at least 1 touchdown before we say good night here from Cottonwood and close the book on the 2024 regular season. It will be the end of the season for Mingus. The Badgers, however, will go on to the state playoffs next week. Prescott number 7 in the latest PowerPoint rankings.
Well, we have a moment here. Let's get back to that rodeo topic. The ball was caught by the Mingus receiver. I'm trying to think who it is.
I think that might be Remington Stokes. And, Kelly, obviously we like to see the Badgers do well, the Badgers win, but you got to feel for Mingus. I'm sorry. And you honestly, there's part of me going, I kind of hope these guys score, but.
I think that was number 5 for Mingus, Kobe De La Haye.
Okay. Well, we got a penalty here. The Marauders were marching back to the line of scrimmage, and a penalty came in around the Mingus.
The Mingus players were approaching the line of scrimmage. So right now, the ball is sitting at the Badger 46-yard line, and we're just going to say it's 4th and forever.
By the way, folks, you're listening to Badger Football on the News 1490 AM, 103.5 FM, KYCA, Prescott, Arizona, USA. Time is 8:57. And again, 8 seconds left to go in this game. Badgers up 40-0. This will probably be the last play of the game for Mingus and the last play of their season. Stokes drops back. Now throws it downfield. Intercepted by Prescott. And welcome back to Mingus High School in Cottonwood. John Rust with you. A 40-0 victory for the Badgers. All 40 of their points scored in the first half. And Mingus so close to getting a score there toward the end of the game. And I'll be honest, Kelly, I was pulling for them a little bit to get that score. It's their final game of the season. You don't want to end your season with a shutout loss. But, well, as I've said before, I think what we saw in that last sequence of plays by Mingus, that's just, and we can announce it right here on KYCA.